Warm greetings and welcome, dear precious audience. Here we are again in another episode on Real Talk with Experts. Today is our SDG Forum, Sustainable Development Goal, and we will also welcome our honorable panelists, Professor Dr. Uh, Itiram Raza Khan from India. Um,
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, and we also welcome, I would like to welcome our two beautiful hosts, Dr. Anjum Qureshi and Dr. Rania Lampu, to host the forum. Welcome, Dr. Rania, to do the opening first.
Thank you, Dr. Estera. Warm greetings from Athens, from Greece. Dear all audience around the world, parents, educators, and students, welcome once again to the Real Talk with Experts, hosted by me, Professor Rania Lampu, Professor Dr. Anjum Qureshi. I'm advisor at Elegant Empire Education. I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education and the Greek Astronomy Space Company. Welcome all again to our Sustainable Development Goals journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Estimala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurtures personal and professional growth. Her vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. Elegant Empire Education strictly follows the slogan, Quality Education for All. And our topic today will focus on a very interesting theme, AI, artificial intelligence, in the design of sustainable cities, because AI plays a significant role, as we're going to explore today, in the design and development of sustainable cities by optimizing resource use, by improving infrastructure, by enhancing the quality of life in general for residents. And we're privileged to have with us an expert from India, Dr. Ektiram Raza Khan. Welcome, Dr. Ektiram. And now the floor is given to Dr. Anjum Qureshi to introduce our prominent panelists.
Thank you, Dr. Rania, for the kind words.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rania. And greetings to everyone. I'm Dr. Anjum Qureshi, moderator for the session and assistant professor to the Department of Electronics and Communication at Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, Research and Technology. So let's continue the journey of Sustainable Development Goals. And today we have amongst us our esteemed panelist, Dr. Athiram Raza Khan. So before starting with the session, let me just talk in short about him. Professor Dr. Athiram Raza Khan is working as a senior academician at Jamia Hamdard, Delhi. He has over 26 years of rich experience and has done PhD in the field of software engineering and neural networks. His research areas are software engineering, computer graphics, machine and deep learning, big data analytics, cybersecurity, and IoT. He has been actively involved in training and placement activities as head and has offered consultancies to more than 15 companies. He has over 35 international and Indian patents and copyrights against his name. He has written over 20 books and 30 book chapters. He has more than 105 research papers in SCI, Scopus, Springer, and peer-reviewed journals. And he has so far been involved with more than 75 invited talks and more than 35 keynote addresses, and he is a famous international speaker. Once again, I would like to welcome you, sir, for this forum. And yes, all my dear viewers, let me tell you, today we'll be discussing on another interesting topic, that is artificial intelligence in design of sustainable cities. As we talk about cities, nowadays we are not just discussing about cities, but we are trying to make these cities sustainable. Because we know that the cities generate over 80% of the gross domestic product in many countries, especially in Asia and the Pacific, and they are the engines of economic growth that have lifted millions from poverty. At the same time, if we see Asia's cities will become home to another 1.1 billion people in the next 2 decades as the poor continue to be drawn to better opportunities. So we'll be just talking about here how artificial intelligence will help in designing of the systems of smart cities. So let's start with this, and to start with the discussion, I would like to. I just have a small question, sir, to start with. Like as you said, we will be discussing on how AI will be used in designing sustainable cities. So I would like to know from you, what are the key components for developing sustainable cities, and how we will be using AI into it?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Ansham. Let us start the discussion on it. The question, before answering the question, I think this organization of yours is doing a wonderful job in the field of education. You are talking about education for all. And I think this is the thing which really impresses us. We are talking about sustainability. We are talking about education for all. We're talking about healthcare for all. So sustainability would be the word. And today, when we are in the era of competitive world, I think organization like yours will definitely be very handy, and they'll be very helpful in the upliftment of the society. So let me congratulate you on your efforts that you're doing. And now let me come to my answer as question as you asked me. We are talking about artificial intelligence, we are talking about smart cities, sustainability. So when we talk about sustainability is a word where we are talking about the kind of things that education should be same for everyone, like someone sitting in a poor country, someone sitting in America, someone sitting in Middle East and all, everyone should have the same set of resources. So UN has set the goals, and since your program is basically on these goals, we have to complete these goals by 2030. So we are in a phase where everyone is running against time to get these goals done. So our responsibility is even more. So artificial intelligence as a technology will be very helpful in designing the kind of sustainable smart cities that we want. When we say sustainable smart cities, we not only mean green spaces being generated, smart transportation, clean energy solutions. We have to find for solutions which are solar solutions. Then we have to look for wind power energy. So from the conventional sources, we have to move towards other sources of energy also. So the mantra here is, the essence behind is urban development with the environmental care in mind. So we have to go for an urban development. We are going for development, but we have to keep stock of the things that we'll have to take care of our environment also. We just cannot destroy everything for the future generations when they will come and they find that the resources are all done, resources are all exhausted. So our part here is we are looking for sustainability so that the entire world can benefit from sustainable smart cities. Let me tell you, if we are going to have smart cities, sustainable smart cities, it will be the best of healthcare for everyone. Everyone will get the treatment, rich or the poor. There would be no inequality, as according to the goals. There shouldn't be any inequality. Then proper food to everyone, then proper sanitation, then proper disposable management, smart parking. Then there are so many things we are talking about: smart water, efficient water management, sustainable water disposable plants, and all. So we are looking for so many things. Traffic in our countries is a big problem. We have to look for traffic control systems, smart systems which control the traffic also. We should be looking for smart parking, where we should be having the parking facility. Then from our dustbins, the litter and all should go straight away for the dumping grounds and all. So these are all a part of making cities smart. It's not only having a mobile, which is a smart mobile, handling the mobile, handling the best of laptops that make you smart. Smart would be proper transportation. Your transportation in your cities, smart cities, should be such that you should have connectivity from every corner of the city to every other corner of the city, from one corner of the world to the other corner of the world. So our stress here is to go for sustainable smart cities where everyone benefits, rich or the poor. There should be no inequality involved, and everyone should benefit. So these goals, they can be attained without AI also, but if we are going to take the help of artificial intelligence, IoT, converging technologies, if we take ICT as on a whole, if we take these facilities, let me tell you, AI is going to give us a lot of edge in dealing with the system. AI, let me tell you now, coming back to AI algorithms, they can work on large data sets. And that's large data is coming from all over the world, from all social media, internet, Twitter, Facebook. We have large amount of data, and that data has to be processed by AI algorithms. So if we use AI algorithms, traffic congestions would reduce. We can have better healthcare. Every hospital in our city, smart city, is going to be the perfect one. There can be proper education. Everyone can have the education on the will. Because somewhere down the line, we want to teach the people on their preferences, at their pace. Not everyone is equal. I can be slower than Dr. Anjum. I can be slower than Dr. Rania in learning, in understanding. So why teach everyone with the same yardstick? We should have personalized learning. AI goes for personalized learning, where we are having a smart classrooms which are focusing on whatever you can take, you can digest. So better traffic congestion, better healthcare, better education, secure cities, security in the cities. There are no untoward incidents, like security problems are not there. So all of this will be greatly enhanced with the use of artificial intelligence. So we are using smart AI cameras now in the cities. In India, we hosted G20 in 2 3 months back, and we were looking at the security aspects, and security was foolproof. So this is the point where we are not only looking for urban development, we are also going to look at the care. There should be environmental care also. Yeah, Dr. Anjum.
So thank you. That was really a wonderful answer, like how AI will be using for uh, when we are using AI, it is going to help us to analyze the data because data is coming from everywhere, and this data will be using. Can we just have the slides, please? Actually, we start with the slides, but today I just forgot. Yes. So yeah, if we talk about how AI is going to, getting introduced in the urban development, yes, it is playing a crucial role, not just in the development, but in fact in the sustainable development, as it was discussed by you. And as it was pointed by you, that it will enhance the efficiency of, it will help in waste reduction, waste management. It will improve the air quality and also the quality of life for everyone. There will be good healthcare for everyone. So, if we talk about more about this, so as yes, AI is very beneficial. That I agree. But one more thing that I was just trying to know about AI. So I read about it somewhere that when we look at the sustainability potential of artificial intelligence, we always try to bring the positive points of AI. But it has also been seen that the training of AI is an incredible energy and data intensive process. So how can artificial intelligence itself be made sustainable?
Yeah, Dr. Anjum, a very good question, because there are always overheads involved whenever you're doing something good. There will be overheads also, and there are risks also. But let me tell you, what we are doing as scientists, as researchers in universities and colleges that we are working on the efficiency of these algorithms. We are trying to make these algorithms efficient and efficient, better and better. So what we are looking for algorithms which will use less computational power. So when they are going to use less power, less CO2 emissions and all we'll be discussing. So we are looking for reducing the complexity of AI programs. We are going for simpler programs so that they are equally, let's say, efficient, but the computational power required is less. Other things, AI is posing a threat, but if we look at the source of energy being used, Like source of energy, if we move towards solar energy, the wind energy from the conventional sources, the resources that we are using for AI can even be further utilized. So Google and all, they're using Google data centers. They're making use of this unconventional energy now, sources in form of solar energy, wind energy. So somewhere down the line, these AI overheads, which were supposed to get into the system, they are countered with. Then what we are looking for as scientists, as researchers, we are working on hardware optimized artificial intelligence. We are looking for chip based artificial intelligence solutions which are going to give us a better solutions. When it will be hardware optimized, let me tell you, AI algorithms will even be better efficient. They will be even stronger. Then we are using, as let me just put it, we are all comfortable with cloud computing. So now we are taking the help of cloud computing to share the resources. So somewhere we can just buy the resources, we can rent the resources. So if my business is going very high, I can scale up the operations, I can buy more resources, I can rent more resources. But if my business and my hospitals and my governance is not going that well, what we can do, we can scale down our requirements. So these steps, which we say less computational power being required, we are looking for better algorithms, efficient algorithms. If we incorporate hardware into this, if we go for cloud computing and all, the concerns that are raised by you, that AI, how to make AI more better off and to counter all those threats which can come in future, so they can be countered with.
Yes, of course, sir. That was really a wonderful answer because when we are using AI and even other technologies like when even we're using IoT and all, so everywhere power becomes a concern. So now the research is not just going on using AI, but how we can bring out this power consumption, how we can make it more energy efficient, and how we can be using the renewable sources of energy or the non-conventional sources of energy along with it, so that what we talk of sustainability that can be achieved. Can we have one more slide? Yes, yes, it is again just a small.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. One more thing for Professor to prepare later towards the end. Every year, in about 1.5 million engineering students are graduating in India.
Yeah.
And now they have the fear that by 2025, most of the job opportunities will be taken over by AI. So later, Professor, you please enlighten on this. What
Yeah, I'll talk
can
on that.
be
Yeah,
done?
Of
Yeah.
course, of
definitely.
So
course.
let me
Yeah.
add the slide first. Thank you.
So when we talk about AI, yes, as we already talked, that cities face numerous challenges. There are traffic congestion problems, there are pollution, resource management, and AI can provide innovative solutions such as some smart traffic system, energy efficient buildings, predictive maintenance for infrastructure, and these technologies will not only enhance the urban living, but it will also contribute to environmental sustainability. But one more thing that comes to my mind is yes, like uh, like we just talked about, like from switching to non-conventional sources of energy using cloud computing and designing more energy efficient algorithms. But still, I would like to know more about it. Like, what possibilities are there for a greener or more sustainable design of AI, especially for the companies or the developers? What possibilities do we have?
Yeah, Dr. Anjum, you have prepared a wonderful set of questions, I would say. These questions are like which definitely will they come one by one in our mind. And looking at the PPT also, presentation is perfect.
Yeah, we
So,
are not going to let you go, Professor, because
yeah,
you're
it
an
is.
expert in this area. So we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
want to get it on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as I said, this would be continuation of the question second that you asked. This is a continuation basically. I said we are in the process of improving our algorithms. Now, if I say from a programmer's, from developers' perspective, we are looking for leaner methods. We are looking for simpler solutions. Instead of going for sophisticated solutions, what we call in AI language leaner methods. So they're lean methods which we try to solve the problem as simple as possible, get the same efficiency, but with simple steps. So that we are focusing on, we are getting the same results with less processing power required. Then there is one method which we call model compression, where unnecessary data is removed without compromising accuracy. So this is related to dimension reduction also. Unnecessary factors or attributes are removed from the system, and we process the part that is more important. So the part here is, if we go for linear methods, lean are thin. So linear methods, model compression, and then there is one more very important technique in artificial intelligence, transfer learning. So if we use transfer learning in our models for smart cities, transfer learning is where AI models are pre-trained on existing data sets. So when the models are pre-trained on existing data sets, we need to do minimum of processing when the need arises. So it will save energy, it will save time for us. So our same question, our energy would be saved, our time would be saved, our resources would be saved, and we are going for leaner methods, better solutions at a lower cost, at lower waste of resources. As I said, our aim is saving the resources for the future generations, because somewhere down the line, after 50 years, our generations, 50 years, 100 years, they should have the same set of resources that we are using. So it is not like we can burn all the oil and leave nothing for them. So we have to leave everything for them also. And that is what we are talking about, sustainability. Yeah, Dr. Anjum.
Yes, of course, sir. Like we talk about sustainability, it is not that what we are having, we are using it efficiently, but we have to conserve it so that more generations to come, they will be able to use all the resources that we are enjoying now, whether it can be anything, right? And sir, yes, of course, like we are talking how AI is being used, and we also talked about like transfer learning, how we will be using it and all. But still, when we talk about any kind of topic, obviously there will be some barriers or there will be some enablers, we can say. So what I wanted to know next from you is, what according to you are the and the barriers to smart cities for adopting AI for sustainability?
Yeah, Dr. Anjum, I think there was some disturbance in between. Let me put this question. We are four people sitting here. We all want a better world with good resources, simpler life. Everything should be there. Whenever we need any resource, we should be able to get it. That's what is the mantra. So as I said, efficiency of the cities, efficiency of smart cities, environmental sustainability, improving quality life. These are the drivers which you asked. These are the drivers for AI adoption. This is the reason why we are adopting artificial intelligence. We can go without AI also. But let me tell you, AI is a science, is a technology, a part of technology, which makes the system intelligent. You train the system once, and then the system is able to do it in the future. So that's where the importance lies. Just make the system once and use it multiple times, 1,000 times, and just see the governments around the world, they are focusing on the use of artificial intelligence, about the use of IoT, the use of blockchain. So blockchain again has come a long way. If we want security and privacy, that will be your next question. I definitely am sure. So efficiency, environmental sustainability, improved quality life, these are the drivers of AI adoption, which will give us smart transportation. Our transport system will improve. We will have a smart parking. AI would be very helpful in disaster management. Around the world, there are so many disasters taking place, but AI is really helping us to predict about these disasters happening. So AI has been a big role, whether it's the moon landing of Chandrayaan on the moon, AI algorithms have been there. So AI has a very big role in the sustainability part. So giving food to everyone, in the world. Not everyone is so lucky to have the food around the world. There are so many poor countries where there are drought situations, where there is no food. So our stress here is to find a sustainable solution, and that sustainability would come through artificial intelligence, where we are going for optimization of resources. So these are the drivers of it. Barriers, if you ask barriers also, what are the barriers? Let me tell you, there are so many poor countries also. There are developing countries also. Internet facility is a very big problem. In India itself, there are villages, and in the villages, connectivity is always a big problem. But India has a very good internet system. India has a very good brain system. Everything is very good in India, but internet connectivity, we do lag in internet connectivity in our villages. Then around the world, this is the same thing, lack of infrastructure. Then the devices which we have, they're very expensive. So to invest the kind of cost required, that is, not everyone can afford it. The UN has really worked very hard to make it possible that it should reach the entire world. Everyone should be able to use it. So lack of infrastructure, internet connectivity. Then another very important, before I stop answering this question and come to the next one, Dr. Anjum, the biggest problem here is data security and privacy. We are sharing so much of data on the internet, in the smart cities, in our healthcare system. Even in healthcare system, there are so many breaches of data. They're selling your data. So your identity, your data is being sold just for a few dollars. So data privacy, we are facing the biggest problem in the world, deepfake, where the people, their voice can be imitated, they can be, video can be uploaded, which can pre-recorded videos asking you for money. Hackers are using, disturbing the peace of mind. So let me tell you, uh, if there are the drivers for it, there are the barriers also, which are forcing us to take a little steps backward also. So we are moving back also at times. But let me tell you, world, there would be a better world with AI. So we will move ahead. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dr.
again,
Anshul.
yeah, it's a wonderful answer. Yes, really thought provoking for many. And but one unavoidable problem we have with AI is that now um, they can generate figures, people speaking, voice. Yeah, they can put your face into somebody else,
Yeah,
and AI can
deeply.
generate somebody like you and all this. This is also, but if it's used for good purpose, then we welcome that. But again, when you know people tend to abuse it, and especially for ladies, it's so risky. Yeah, so I don't know how we're going to manage this kind of problems.
Yeah, Dr. Esther, the problem here is, it is not only the problem, destructive things are there. There can be good things also.
Yeah,
Like
there are.
some actor has died, and that actor can be, the role of that actor can be done by someone else using deepfake.
Yeah,
Historical
that is.
events have to be recreated. We can do that. So there are pluses also, there are minuses also. But right
Yeah.
now, if we are looking for a secure smart city, we'll have
uh,
to make these things stronger. Our security has to be stronger.
Yeah, the smarter cities are getting smarter with all the technology, especially with the AI. But the lives of the people are deteriorating in many
Yeah,
ways.
yeah,
Putting
I
aside,
agree.
the family values and all that, of course, we can't help it. So we have to look into how AI can help to promote a better work-life balance, family relationship, and all that. But I don't know how. I think people should focus on that. Maybe we can also, we can do something about it. Yeah, rather than only work, work, and work, and invention, innovation. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
at
how.
universities, yeah, we at universities are working on the protocols, on the networking. Let's say we are working on algorithms to
Yeah,
safeguard things. We can do that part, but
yeah.
somewhere down the line, the families will have to take the responsibility. We'll have to
Mm,
guide our juniors. We'll have to guide our seniors also. We should sit
mm,
on the table for dinner. We should talk about the pros and cons of using systems, because it's a risky
yes.
system. Even we are using mobiles, and data can be copied, data can be hacked. So we have to guide them up. So that's where,
Yeah,
in the meantime, when we become stronger with our algorithms and with
yeah,
the networking protocols, let us guide them. Let us tell them
yes,
not everything is as rosy. It can be fishy also. So let us not
yes,
fall prey to the hackers and all.
yes. We have to create more awareness how abusing AI, what are the dangers caused by
Yeah.
abusing AI technology, but what are the good things? we can enjoy if we know how to use AI in a correct manner. That is the issue now. Okay, is there any more question? I think the last question, yeah, Dr. Anju.
Yeah. Just one more question, sir.
Yeah,
Like we talked about so many applications, especially you talked about the healthcare that everyone should be having a good health, and of course, when we talk about education, so well, I know that AI can be related to so many sustainable development goals. But with the respect to smart cities, I would like to just know about how AI and smart cities can help us in having good health and quality education for everyone.
Yeah, Dr. Anjum, I talked about personalized learning. So if we are
Yes.
using artificial intelligence and if we are using, uh, let's say there is a concept federated learning, Google using that technique. So if we are using personalized learning, we are teaching, let me tell you, we are sitting, I think, thousands of kilometers together away. Malaysia is 1,000 kilometers from India, but still we are connected and we can impart our knowledge to each other. We can take classes also. So in a way, AI has really helped uh, the personalized part of it. Then we say it should reach everyone. So it is reaching everyone. Then our material now, source material, study material now is available for everyone. So earlier it was like only emails were there and data was being sent on the emails and all. But now with the advent of technology, with the help of AI, ICT and other converging technologies, we are instantly able to get it. You're using your WhatsApp, you're using, let's say, this medium today, StreamYard. We can share the document instantly. So the kind of accuracy and efficiency that has tapped into the system because of AI. It's helping the education sector. Healthcare, we have already discussed. AI is very helpful in drug discovery. And had it not been for AI, vaccines wouldn't have been invented. So vaccine and the drugs for corona and all, uh, by the grace of God, we were able to fight that menace. 2 years we were struggling, but then somewhere down the line, I feel our hospitals are better equipped now, and better medicine, better healthcare, better facilities. Now, a patient from Nigeria can come to India for treatment. From India, someone can go to America for treatment. It's all become very easy. Let's say expert systems are there. The use of AI in healthcare, expert systems. We can take expert opinion sitting from a home. We can get the opinion from someone sitting in America, someone sitting in Morocco, someone sitting in Greece. We can talk to Dr. Rania. So Dr. Rania has been always been very expert in these kind of sustainability issues. She has been speaking on. So let me just summarize this. We are looking for sustainable world, sustainable education, sustainable facilities for the coming generations. So this is a step ahead. AI and converging technologies.
thank you so much, Professor. We had a whole session on how AI, contributes to health sector, and we had Dr. Nitesh Jain sharing with us. We had a whole session on AI and health sector, and thank you so much for this insightful uh, depth. Your sharing was in depth and width in all these areas. And
And
now,
coming back to your question, Dr. Esther, you
yeah,
asked
yeah,
like if
Yes.
AI is
I
there,
wanted to
then
tell
what
you.
about the jobs and what about the
yes,
opportunities?
yes.
Let me
How
answer
India
that.
going to cope with it? Because I watched the
Yeah.
news and it was mentioned that
Yeah,
is
yeah, Dr.
how.
Esther, what happened in 1990 when computers were coming up? We were very
Ah,
scared. If computers are going to come, what will happen to us? Today we are
yes,
sitting, we are working on the same systems. So the part here
yes,
is we'll have to take the expertise. We'll have to keep learning. So the part
yes,
here is we have to be skilled, we have to learn, and we have to learn daily. Just as medical practitioners, they study daily, we have to study every day. We have to study. Our students, they ask every type of a question. Every type of a question, just Google it and they just ask us. So we have to be prepared for that. Last 10, 15 years, I haven't slept before 3 a.m. in the morning. It's all because I have to study. So when we have to study, I think we should be able to cope that menace also. So my
yeah,
mantra for that is just study and read and get into the skin of everything that you're doing. and inshallah we will be able to counter that menace also.
Yeah, but no, it looks like as AI enter into this era, uh, people have to work more harder because
Yeah.
it's replacing. Their worries is that I will not be there.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Last week I was discussing here with a programmer. I'm working in Directorate of Education, Technology, Innovation. He's a very good programmer here in the ministry. He was telling me that Rania, now my profession is the most sought after in Greece, but in a few years I will be fired. And I asked him why. Because nowadays they train ChatGPT and these kind of models to do everything in programming. I mean, in 2 minutes they can give you the coding, the programming that I am doing, that I need 2 years to program something. Nowadays, they program this model, ChatGPT, to do this thing. So automatically will be fired. We won't need programmers since ChatGPT will do the programming for us. You know what
Yeah,
I
Dr.
mean?
Rania, as I said, we'll have to
Programmers
be
are
smart
in
now.
fear, are afraid of losing their jobs because this
My
is
50,
the fear
my
is
50,
tangible. It's a fact that
yeah,
this is happening.
yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a menace. It's a fact. But the part here is we are not promoting that. Teachers, professors, and all, they are asking our students not to use ChatGPT. At least we can, on our level, check whether they have used as assignments, programs, and all. They are not ChatGPT generated. Secondly, I think these students are very smart now, and they will overcome this. I'm sure we have overcome that threat and that storm, and they will also be able to do it. And secondly, there are so many startups now coming. The people are now moving towards the startups, their own businesses, their own work. So now they are earning thousands and thousands of dollars just by playing games, just by developing their own apps. I see my students, Delhi elections, my students, they developed a dashboard, and that dashboard was taken by the Delhi police, and for 6 months it was operational. So same is the thing happening. So these students are very smart. So let me tell you, we will be able to cope up as much we are guiding these students. We'll come over this, and inshallah we'll get over this.
Yes, but as these models become more and more sophisticated, they will definitely replace some professions. This is inevitable.
Survival
Anyway,
of the fittest. Survival of the fittest.
Especially
I
all
want
the
to
professors.
It's always the mantra:
Professors,
survival of the fittest. So
it's
we'll have to
going
be
to
the
go
fittest.
after all the professors now. They are using AI to teach the students everywhere. Sweden, they have started, right? Many,
That's what I
many
said.
countries they have
Teaching
started.
them has become very difficult. Teaching them has become difficult
Yeah,
because they ask every other day. They ask a different question, very different questions.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yes,
it is difficult, challenging.
yeah. It's very challenging.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to I want to ask something. Actually, your opinion, Dr. Ektiram. You talked about improved efficiency, improved algorithm, enhanced quality of life, smart infrastructure, all this amazing impact of AI in healthcare and education. It will help us also with the resilience to climate change, help cities adapt to climate change. But what happens, I think, the most important challenges, at least for me, is the maintenance and the dependency. I mean, as cities become more reliant on AI systems, the need for ongoing maintenance and the updates will grow. So I think we will become more and more dependent on technology. The cities become dependent, and potential vulnerabilities
Yeah.
will happen. And also the case of social inequality, because there's a risk that the benefits of these city improvements might not be evenly distributed. So efforts must be made to ensure equitable access also to
Yeah,
this
as much
advantage. So
as they
what
are.
I want to ask, what do you think are the long terms? Think beyond now, the present. What are the long-term impacts could this widespread adoption of AI in city design can have on urban living? What is your opinion? Long-term impact. What do you think?
I think as much as they design and all that, still the natural, they can't take over the natural disaster. More floods, earthquakes are happening everywhere.
It's
So how?
climate change that is taking place
Yeah,
here.
very sad, very
So
sad.
yeah. So climate change is occurring in every country. I suppose there are floods, there are landslides, and all. It's
Even in
happening.
Malaysia, which never happened. Yes.
And secondly, in our world, they say God is angry with us. So God is angry because we are not valuing the kind of things that God has given. Dr. Tanya just said if we are over dependent now on these systems. We shouldn't be overly dependent on these systems. Even a taxi driver, even an auto rickshaw driver in India, he can use a smartphone, use it smartly. So such is a dependence on these systems now. They're even charging money from those devices. So manual
Yes.
systems are all gone. So somewhere, let's see what happens after 50 years. But I
Yes,
suppose as a researcher, as educational, I think I'm enjoying this time because we are getting the best of platforms to speak with wonderful people like you all. So I never imagined I would be talking to you people in Malaysia, Greece right now.
Wonderful. It's
But
really, uh,
yes.
we do enjoy also to
What,
have
what,
wonderful panelists on
Thank you.
our.
What I mean, Dr. Ektiram, what I mean is that imagine a city with Internet of Things, everything is connected. In case of one button doesn't work, one city will be paralyzed. This is what I mean by dependency. Everything will be paralyzed.
it's happening
So
not only
it's a huge
entire
dependency. If
city.
everything is interconnected, everything will be.
Yeah, so always
Yeah,
as you.
yeah, Dr.
No,
Rania, it's not only the entire world. It's about a simple example I give you. There was one coaching institute in India. There was water logging there, and then the sensor got dysfunction. The sensor was not functioning, and 3 students died.
Yeah, they got trapped
So
inside. Yeah,
we are trapped inside.
watched
So
news.
not only the world is at threat, even our individual lives are at threat. The 2 days back, there was one car in which there were 2 individuals of HDFC Bank. They got drowned in water logging on the road.
Yeah.
So it's all happening. So the
So as
technology
we
has,
progress, yeah, I think as we progress, the advance in AI in technology, we should also advance in security together. It work to work hand in hand. Otherwise, like what happened to the students, the sensor didn't work out, then they have no escape, and
as
they got.
Dr. Rania said, as Dr. Rania said, the cars, they are opening with our eyes, retina of the eyes. The cars are
Yeah,
opening up. So what will
yeah,
happen about the technology? Why can't we open it with the simple remote as we used to do,
yes, yes.
or the handle of the car? I think we are overly dependent now. So we have to blame ourselves also. So looking at our requirements, the world is designing such systems.
No,
Universities are
maybe like
designing
you
such
and me,
things.
you and me, we are okay. We are happy with what we have. But the
Yeah, we
young
are happy.
generation and people, the
They
younger
will suffer.
generation, they want everything up to date. When
Yeah.
people enjoy, they want to enjoy the same. So we have to work harder to provide all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what to do?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's been
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
talking. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Anjum, for inviting Professor Ittiram, because it's really wonderful to have him on our platform. And I think we can close the session. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Professor Dr. Ittiram Raza Khan. Thank you, Dr. Anjum. Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
Rania.
Pleasure is all mine.
Welcome. We will invite you for Dr. Rania's forum soon.
Definitely, ma'am. I'll be there.
And later you can also have a professional masterclass with us. That will be a session. Oh, he got disconnected. He got disconnected. Never mind. He got
Okay.
disconnected.
Do you want me to do the
Just close it.
closing?
Yeah, just do a brief closing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ektiram. From India, Dr. Anjuma, Dr. Esther, all participants. It's my honor to give the closing remarks to the Forum Real Talk with Experts. What a joy to organize this forum online and be able to welcome experts and dignitaries in the field of education, which is a good sign to collaborate together and enhance the education system globally. I would strongly emphasize that again today, the slogan called Education for All accomplished the mission and vision of elegant and higher education. Thank you, Dr. Ektiram Raza Khan, for highlighting by leveraging AI, cities can become more sustainable, resilient, and livable, addressing environmental challenges while improving the quality of urban life. However, careful consideration of ethical, social, and technical factors is crucial to maximize the benefits and minimize potential drawbacks. Before putting this forum to a close, let's give a big applause, of course, to the main host, Professor Dr. Anjum, for hosting wonderfully, moderating this forum. Thank you again, dear panelists, Dr. Ektiram, for your very informative talk. Heartfelt address, I would address the brilliant audience, the teachers, the parents, and students who made it here today with us. And we'll meet again next week with another interesting topic. And before I let you go, let us give a big thank you to Ambassador Professor Esther Malla, the visionary founder, brain and heart of Elinkatepai Education, as the project director. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Rania. Thank you so much, Dr. Anjum. And thank you, dear precious audience. Thank you for your support. And I see some of you are always here with us in all of our programs. Thank you. Till we meet again in our next forum. Next week, of course, we have another eminent, very important guest from Maldives. And Dr. Muna, and this coming Friday, this week we are having Dr. Rania's forum on Friday with, of course, our panelists are all special in their own ways. Dr. Prita from India. Thank you so much. Welcome to our session always. Thank you. Bye.